Okay guys, continue with the study guide. Moving on to question number 5. It says a company's logo was designed using circles of 3 different sizes. So there's a small circle, a medium circle, and then a big circle. It says the diameters of 2 of the circles are shown. Which measurement is closest to the area of the largest circle in square centimeters? So the diameter, the line running from one side to the other, is 5 centimeters for the small circle. The diameter is 11 centimeters for the medium circle. So that means if I add them together, because the line goes from one end of the big circle to the very edge of the other, 5 plus 11 would be equal to 16. So the diameter of the big circle is 16 centimeters. So that means that the radius is going to be found by dividing 16 into 2. So 16 divided by 2 is 8. That means the radius of this very large outside circle is equal to 8 centimeters. So then it says, okay, we're trying to find the area of the big circle. So area equals pi r squared. Pi is equal to 3.14. The radius is equal to 8, and it's squared. Whenever we say that something's squared, we mean 8 times, or that number times the same number. So 8 times 8 is going to give us 64. 64 times 3.14 is going to give us 200.96 centimeters squared. So when they ask you on the test which measurement is closest, they might give you an option like 201 or 200. And so you have to pick which answer is closest. Okay, number 6. The sum of the measures of angle M and angle R is 90 degrees. It says the measure of angle M is 4x plus 8 degrees. The measure of angle R is 46 degrees. So they want to know what is the value of x. Now because they add up to 90, I know that that's a right angle. Like they're adding, both of these are adding up to a right angle. Angle M is 4x plus 8, angle R is 46. So when I want to solve for the value of x, I say, okay, 4x plus 8, and then adding the extra 46 is going to give me 90 in total. So let me combine like terms. Let me combine these two regular numbers together, and then there's nothing to combine with the variable, so that one just has to stay on its own. So 4x, and then plus 8 plus 46, and I'm combining those. So 4x plus 54 is equal to 90. Now we have a two-step equation. So I say, okay, instead of plus 54, I'm going to do subtracting 54, so I can do the inverse and cancel it out here. So 4x plus 54, this becomes minus 54. 90 minus 54 is 36, and the 4x gets moved down. I still want to isolate my variable. I'm just trying to solve for x by itself, so I divide by 4 on both sides. And 36 divided by 4, in case you don't know your times tables, is equal to 9. So the x value here would be equal to 9. Okay, number 7. It says use the image below to answer questions A through C. So we have A, B, D, E, and C. Again, they're different parts. Like this straight line angle is separated into 3 different sections. So part A asks us to name the angle that is supplementary to angle ABD. ABD is this first red section here. And supplementary means that it's going to add up to 180 with another angle. So we have to think, okay, if this is the red angle I'm starting with, and I need to create the whole straight line, so from A all the way to C, what other angle do I need to use to make that true? And so I start from D, I go to B, and then go all the way to C. All this green area, when I add it to the red area, should give me 180 degrees. So again, I start from the letter D, B, C. That's how I name my angle that's supplementary. For part B, when I'm finding the value of x, I know because they're supplementary, all 3 of these together have to give me 180 degrees. That's what a straight line angle is equal to. So I say, okay, 68 plus 64 plus 3x minus 12 should give me 180 degrees. I'm going to combine like terms. All the regular numbers I'm going to combine together. The variable, I have to keep that one off to the side on its own because there's no other variables to combine. So 68 plus 64 minus 12, and then plus 3x equals 180. All those numbers together equals 120 plus 3x and that's equal to 180. So I say, okay, I'm trying to get rid of this number. Let me do the inverse. 120 minus 120, those are canceled. 180 minus 120 is 60. So 60 is equal to 3x. I want the x by itself, so I have to cancel out that 3 by dividing by it on both sides. So now I find out that x is equal to 20. For number 8, it says a drawing of a sailboat. Oh, sorry about that. I forgot the last one. For finding the measure, for part C, finding the measure of angle EBC. I know that x is equal to 20 from my previous problem. And so all I'm going to do is take this angle, 3x minus 12, because it's E, B, and C, and then just substitute the 20 wherever the x goes. So 3x minus 12, 3, and then I put in the x, 20, so 3 times 20 minus 12, 60 minus 12 is equal to 48 degrees. So this last angle measurement would be 48 degrees. Moving on to number 8, this time for real. So it says a drawing of a sailboat was made using a rectangle and 2 right triangles as shown. What is the area of the sailboat? So again, I have a composite figure here. I have a big rectangle base, or a big rectangle like bottom part of the boat, and then I have the sail that's made of these 2 triangles. So I say, okay, I'm going to find the area for the rectangle on the bottom, and I'm going to find the area for this big triangle, like once I put these 2 bottom bases together. So 3 plus 4, because they're side by side, I can combine them, gives me 7 centimeters as my base. The height of the triangle is equal to 6. So my area formula for my triangle is base times height divided by 2. So 7 times 6 is 42. 42 divided by 2 is 21. So the area of just the triangle is 21 centimeters squared, like just the sail part. Then for the actual boat part, like the rectangular bottom, it tells me that this is 5 centimeters, like the height, and 14 centimeters would be the base. So I say, okay, the area of a rectangle I find by multiplying base times height. I don't divide by 2 because, again, triangles are the only ones that I have to divide by 2 when I find the area. So the area is just 14 times 5, base times height, and that's equal to 70 centimeters squared. So now for the whole sailboat, sail and boat included, 21 plus 70 equals 91 centimeters squared. The next problem, number 9, it says the diagram below shows the dimensions of a shelf on a bookcase. What is the measure of storage space of the shelf in square inches? So they have like an oddly shaped bookcase here. It's shaped like a trapezoid. So they want to know, okay, how much area does this shelf take over? Like what's the amount of space it's taking up? So the area for a trapezoid is base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2, and then I have to multiply that times the height. Base 1 is 6.1, that's the top base, the top length, and then the bottom length is 10.5. So I say, okay, 6.1 plus 10.5 divided by 2, and then that's going to be multiplied by 3.8. 3.8 is this dotted line right here that measures the height of that trapezoid. So when I add these together, it's 16.6. 16.6 divided by 2 is 8.3. And then I multiply that times 3.8, the height of the trapezoid. So 8.3 times 3.8, I end up getting an answer of 31.54 inches squared. So again, base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 because I'm trying to find the average of these 2 bases, and then I multiply it by the height. And then I'll go ahead and continue the other problems on the next video.